Hi guys, welcome back to another budget guitar show. Now, those of you who are regular viewers will know of my particular fondness for this. That is the NUX MP2 Mighty Plug, which ever since I got this courtesy of John Robson, I've been using to do my reviews with, because I think it's a fantastic little guitar and bass amp modelling unit. And I've also took it to a few open mic nights where I have basically plugged it into an amp and used it as basically as a pedals while controlling it with the app. Now, I absolutely love this thing. So when my good friend Mr. Martin Bennett, who you will have seen on my last video when I gifted him the Junior guitar, decided he wanted to get one, he was looking at the NUX MP3, that is the Mighty Plug Pro. So he decided to purchase one of these, and he said, "Johnny, can you go and pick it up from the guitar store and do a little review on it?" So that is what we're going to do today. So let's talk a little about some of the features of this Mighty Plug Pro. This particular Mighty Plug Pro comes with a noise gate, compression, effects, amp simulators, amp IRs, EQ, modelling, delay and reverb. Now all of these are fully customizable, but for this particular product you can actually download or make your own IRs, and there is 20 presets that you can use for storage. So if you wish to make your own kind of cabinet sound, you can do that, or you can download a patch from online and you can save it to your Mighty Plug Pro. As well as having the Mighty Plug Pro app, which you can use to control everything should you so wish, you can also, with this particular model, download the Mighty Editor for your PC. Now to do this, simply you just use the USB cable which has been supplied, plug it into your PC and download the software from there, and you can run that, and that will give you much more control and much more editing features. Now of course, with this being a brand new update, you can also do things like live stream your jam session. Now I'm not going to be testing this out at the moment because I want to look at the core aspects of the Mighty Plug Pro and have a look at the app and see what differences there are to the original Mighty Plug. One of those differences being that you don't actually need to buy another cable to actually use this as a recording amp setting. Basically, again, plug the USB supplied cable into your laptop or computer and you can turn this straight into a plugin for your DAW. But right now, let's take a quick look at the app and see what's going on there. Okay, so on the screen you should be able to see the app for the Mighty Plug Pro, and I'm just going to go through a few of the things that are on the app just so you can see some of the features. Now, firstly, we have the preset at the first one, which is the dual reactor setting. Now as you can see, we have a noise gate here which you can toggle on and off and you can change about. Then we have the compression settings. Again, you can toggle that and you can see you have Rose Comp, K Comp or Studio Comp. Next to that we have some modulation effects. Now here you've got things like tremolo, detune, vibrato, flanger, phaser, you know, just about anything, and they're all just clickable like that. Then next to that you have your drive and different sort of overdrive and distortion types, and as you can see there is quite a few of those. We have 13, including a couple of new ones which were not actually on the Mighty Plug 2. So then if we move over, here we have our amp settings, and here once again there is 21, which includes the acoustic guitar simulator. Now this just has more than again that there was on the MP2. Then we go into the IRs. Now this is obviously different amp cabinets, and as you can see if we go down, there are the 20 which you can use to set your own. But here we go, as you can see, plenty of choice right there. And then we move over, again this is a new feature. We have an EQ, so you can have 6-band or a 10-band EQ. Now we move over to your reverb. As you can see there are 6 choices of reverb. Once again these are also fully customizable. And then the delay, and as you can see we have 5 types of delay, and again all fully customizable. Now up the top here we have some presets, and if you click through these as I'm doing right now, you will see that you can set different presets for different types of amp and tone that you wish to have. Now you can also, on this particular model, do a thing where you can have each preset set however and in what order you wish to have it, so that you can just flick over on the actual Mighty Plug itself, and just those presets that you have set will be recognized by the plug itself, so you don't have to have your app up while you're doing a gig or a recording as such. You can just control it with the 3 or 4 or 5 or 7 that you preset with the plug itself. You also get a patch level, a way to make all of those active, which obviously you need to do so that the Mighty Plug will recognise that you are using all of those presets. But of course you can deactivate, and that is how the Mighty Plug knows which ones to use. So once you've done all that, you can save everything that you need to save, and those are your presets. Now down the bottom here you have a drum track, and you can pick different sorts here. You have different rock styles, different blues styles, country, jazz, metal, funk, absolutely loads of stuff down here, reggae, electro, pop, you name it, it's all down here. Now the only problem with that is those only play through the device that you have the app on. They do not actually sort of come through the plug or wherever you might have the plug plugged into. Like I have mine plugged into a mixing desk. These drum tracks will not come through the mixing desk and come out to you guys, and that is the same with this jam track feature at the bottom. As you can see right here, you can use tracks off your device. You can use particular artist tracks which are loaded in, or different styles of backing track to jam along to. Now again, the problem here is that the audio from that just comes out through the device that you have the app plugged into. It does not come through anything that you might have the plug connected to. Anyway, I think that's enough yakking about that. Let's get a guitar and let's plug it in, and let's get a few sounds out of the Mighty Plug Pro. And to do this, I have borrowed Mr. Martin Bennett's Harley Benton CST24, which we reviewed in a previous episode, but I'm going to try this out with his guitar so we can see what kind of tones we get with these Roswell pickups, and then I'm going to try it with a Paisley guitar. So let's just see what happens. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is I'm going to play through the different amp settings that you get with the Mighty Plug NUX Pro, and you'll see on the screen which amp I'm using at the time. So let's do it. Okay, as you heard there were some really good variations of sound coming out of those different amp models. I particularly liked the acoustic guitar simulator, but mainly I always play with that crunch tone. And I think the Divey H4 and the dual reactor are perfect settings for me. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a different guitar. I'm going to set up a little sound using one of those amps and put some effects onto it and give it a little playthrough. Now you'll be able to see again on screen exactly what I'm using. Okay guys, that was a little look at the NUX Mighty Plug Pro. Now there are a lot of features and different settings on this that you just don't get on the original Mighty Plug, but that said, the original Mighty Plug is still a massive bargain and still very usable. But this one just has a bit more. Now the original Mighty Plug retails for about £56. This one comes in at £95, and this is worth its weight in gold, as is the original Mighty Plug, depending on what you wish to use it for. If you just want to use a decent headphone amplifier, which is going to give you some flexibility and different tones, then the original Mighty Plug is for you. But if you want something a little bit more, then the Pro is definitely the one you need. Now, as you will have seen in a previous video, I gifted my friend Martin Bennett the Black Paisley Double Cut Junior, which he really wanted a Junior, so I gifted it to him, and because of that he's been very generous and donated this Mighty Plug Pro to the Budget Guitar Show, and he will be taking my original Mighty Plug, which I still think is a fantastic piece of kit, and he will be taking that with my compliments, and I will be taking the brand new model, which you are going to be seeing featured throughout the videos to come. So thanks very much, Mr. Bennett. Cheers. Okay guys, that's going to do it for the show today. I know it was a bit of a long one, but I hope you enjoyed what you saw and you got something out of it. Well, If you wish to help out this channel, why not click that join button down below, and for $3.99 a month you can become a budget backer and you can join these names right here. Thank you to these guys for supporting the channel. But if you just want to watch another video, there's one right here which YouTube thinks you might like. But as usual, you take care, stay safe, stay sane, and keep rocking.